Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kikapi Games YouTube channel. And as you know, it's been a while since I did some lives, but today it's a very controversial video, and I think all of you deserves to know what had happened. And of course, with me today is Bionicman, or he's also known as Andrew. I welcome him back here in the channel because we want to talk about why he was banned. And just to give you an idea, guys, for those who are new or who hasn't known Andrew for some time, he was a very solid supporter of the Walken app. So basically, Walken is another move to earn project that I had tried myself. Although it was not one of the major NFTs that I'm featuring here, but as you know, I keep posting bits and pieces of Walken. So now we want to know what had happened. So, Bionic Man, how are you at the moment?
I'm doing good, Kikapi. Hope you're having a good day today.
Yes. So, just to start, when was this banning happened? Like they banned your account, they banned your NFTs. So, when did this started happening? I mean, just a quick background. What went lead to this banning before we go into
Yeah,
details?
so I was one of the newly appointed mods on the Walk-in Discord server. We had been there for I had been there for a little while, with some
Mm-hmm.
of the other mods that had been there for many, many months prior to me. And
Mm-hmm.
this was right around the same time that they had replaced Mamina, who was the community manager on the Discord. They had replaced her with a guy named Mr. Q. So Mr.
Okay.
Q was asking questions. It's about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Mr. Q had been asking questions about, what we could do to improve the game. And we're trying to pinpoint how much time the mods like me could be on. And they wanted us on like 8 to 10 hours a day working for them. So when we had heard this, I, along with some of the other mods, had questioned, okay, if you want us to work 8 to 10 hours a day, that's fine, but I would like to be compensated
Yeah, I'm about to
for
ask.
my time that I was going to be putting in there. This seemed
Mm-hmm.
to be a massive, massive problem for them. And this was right after the whole Solana crash and the FTX with
Yes.
SBF and all of these problems that were coming up. So I had questioned and said, hey, why don't we get some sort of a compensation? It wasn't even I was looking for money. I was one of the newer
Mm-hmm.
mods. I had just asked maybe for like a loot box or something for the time that I was putting into it.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, that seemed to be an issue with them.
Okay.
Then very shortly after, like literally the next day after that, I think it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up to
Mm.
a message from Igar, who was one of the head
Mhm.
developers of
Mhm.
Walken, and he had basically
Mm.
said that I had been banned. Somebody had complained about me,
Oh.
and that I was going to be removed from the Discord and all of that jazz.
Mm.
And I was kind of shocked. It was really early in
Mm.
the morning. I just woke up to this.
Mm.
But
Mm.
a lot of the messages that were going on in the Discord and some of the threats from the team
Mm.
just were
Mm.
very shocking. There was other
Yes.
things that they had been doing. They had posted videos through Bybit, official videos through
Mm.
Bybit, where they were saying that the walk-in token was worth 49 cents. And at the time, it was
Really?
actually worth less
Mm.
than 4 cents a piece. So they were just making
Oh.
fraudulent videos, and we had questioned some of these things. And then the next thing I know,
Mm.
I'm banned. And then a couple of days
Mm.
ago, I had my account fully banned, saying that I was
Mm.
cheating or multi-accounting, which
Mm.
is just absolutely
Mm.
not true.
Mm.
And throughout this entire process, over the course of like a day of my banning, there was other mods that had been banned. We come to
Mm.
find out
Mm.
that Momina, they had
Mhm.
basically held her at gunpoint negotiations, essentially. Julia, who is one of the, I don't know if she's a CFO or COO, I don't know what she is, very high up in the
Mm.
company. She had basically told Momina, who was the community manager for a very long time, that she was fired because Momina had been trying to ask for the team to help out the people that they were fraudulently banning for
mm,
multi-accounting, because
mm,
there's a lot of
mm,
problems with
mm,
their game. And
mm,
they basically told Mamina that she had to sign a document saying that she was leaving on her own volition. And
mm,
then if she didn't do that, they were going to withhold her pay that she was actually owed for the month of that
mm,
she had worked. So she was
mm,
forced to
mm,
sign this document for absolutely no reason. And then they went in and started basically telling everybody, oh, Mamina left on her own will. Mamina did this. Mamina did that. It's a complete lie. All the
mm,
mods knew Mamina. We talked to her. We knew that this was a lie, but they continued to promote this lie.
mm, mm,
And now my account's been completely banned. I don't have access to my NFTs. Luckily, after I was removed from the Discord, I had gone in and sold a lot of my stuff. I had 30 different clothes that I had sold and a bunch of different cats, but I still have a couple of cats that are locked down that I can't sell in the marketplace.
mhm. As you can
Yeah,
see
so
now on the screen, I'm showing all the screenshot that was sent to Albert, because obviously what happens is, if you are banned on a, let's say, Discord server or even Twitter or Facebook, you cannot see the conversations anymore. So I guess, just to give a proof of what we're telling here, I'm sharing you here on the screen some of the screenshots that were a conversation between Mr. Q, Albert, and that Julia. So as you can see here, I hope you can zoom. You can see from the just some proof, because now I think Andrew cannot retrieve all his conversation anymore with Walken, because they already removed him from the Walken Discord server. But luckily, Albert was able to keep a screenshot of some of the conversations between him and Julia and the management. So I guess that's just a proof of what had transpired, as what you are saying. So uh, you applied as an ambassador in the past, right? And obviously you got in and you did a lot of projects for them, and including tying them up with YGG so they can have rentals, right? And after all of these things, they still do this one to you and create some grounds of banning you. So, what's your take on this?
Well, I mean, my take on it was YGG had been invested in Walken many months before I even got involved. But what I had been pushing with YGG very avidly was to try to come out with some sort of rental features so that the guild could get, new scholars going with the game. YGG was hesitant because there wasn't any structure, like Geno Pets,
Mm,
where you can assign a harvester or assign an alchemist. There wasn't anything like that set up in game. And they obviously didn't want to take a loss by transferring, cats to random people or scholars,
mm,
right? When they would own it in their wallet, and then they could just, take it and run. So my goal was to get the ambassadorship, which I did, along with a few other people. And my goal was to very avidly push the game to try to come up with some sort of a scholarship. I wanted to do live events here in Florida. I wanted to incorporate the game into it. I've made a bunch of videos about Walken on my YouTube itself, and how much I
mm,
loved the game. I was a very big proponent of it. But my
mm,
take on why I was banned originally from the Discord was because
mm,
I had asked for some sort of a pay um, for
mm,
for doing time, and they very much insisted that there would be no sort of compensation. They wanted us to work 8 to 12 hours,
oh,
8 to 10 hours a day. They
with
didn't
no.
want to compensate
Oh,
us in any way, shape, or form. A couple of the other
yes.
mods had asked for some sort of a compensation. The team
Mm,
said that no, we're rejecting your offer, and you've been removed as a mod, and then banned them all from the Discord. There's at least 5 or 6
mm,
people that were just removed for absolutely no reason. And
mm,
I just think the team is just incredibly greedy and selfish, that
mm,
they and
Mm-hmm.
they want us to do work for free, but they don't want to give us anything, not even anything in game in return. And I think that's just a travesty. I think they
Mm-hmm.
looked at me as one of the ringleaders because I had brought up this point many times. Other
Mm-hmm.
people
Mm-hmm.
joined in and agreed with me that they should be compensated. And I
Yeah.
think they removed me to try to calm the waters. I don't think they have any social skills or know how to handle a business or know how to handle any sort of negative feedback whatsoever.
Mm.
And their
Yep.
result, or they resort to just banning people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And as you've seen, I've shared your YouTube channel just to tell everyone that you've been heavily supporting the game, and you've done a lot of videos about Walken, and we know how much you had exerted so much time and effort in terms of supporting this game. And for all those who know, maybe you can tell how many NFTs, how many clothes you had bought so far, how many have you minted so far, even before this had happened, just for the everyone to know how much have you invested, not just creating videos, but the actual game itself. How many catlets you have, you minted, how many clothes you have before.
Yeah, so I had about 9 cats, on commons. I had a rare, and I had many of them were uncommons and one rare, and then I had a few common cats. And I had over 35 different clothing items in the game. Most of
Mm,
my cats were fully clothed, with the exception of a
mm,
few. I there was at least 50 to 60 soul worth of
mm,
investment that I had put into the game,
mhm,
as well as
mm.
a plethora of time in
Yes.
promoting their game and trying to get the ambassador role. And eventually I did get the
Yes.
ambassador role. And,
Mm,
now I'm here with nothing to show for it, and an account that was banned for no reason. And it was funny
mm,
that the day that my account was banned, and supposedly for suspicious behavior or whatever it was, it was
mhm,
definitely a coordinated attack, because the day that
mm.
that account was banned, I was also banned or blocked on Twitter, so that I couldn't go and
Okay.
complain or say anything about it. And on my Twitter page, under Bionicman95 on Twitter, I
Mm.
was listed as an official, walk-in ambassador. And I just think
Ambassador.
they did that on purpose. They had my access
Yeah.
to my wallet. I had won giveaways. I had won the
Mm.
Halloween story competition
Yep.
giveaway. And I think
Mhm.
they just targeted me because, they didn't like what I had to say.
Yes, I understand. I understand. So it's very unfortunate because even me, I've been complaining about this. I was log off. I don't know why it was log off, and I'm not prepared. I think I wasn't able to save my private key, and initially they said it's a Facebook login that they have issues, and then after many days, weeks of waiting, they just said you cannot log in anymore if you don't have the private key. And I just keep telling them, you're the only app that uses private key for login, because I said there's so many app, like for example Stepan, right? If you log off and then you need to log in, you don't need the seed phrase. You need a password or
Hmm.
2FA, right? I said, why your app is using private key? So how if everyone just suddenly, what happened to me, log off for no reason? I didn't even log off myself, and although it's my mistake, I didn't do that. But I said, I just realized now you're the only app that uses private key to log in. It's not even safe. How if it's being watched somewhere else, right? Unlike
Yeah.
other app, like again Step and other app, when you log off, it's different from the wallet seed phrase. You can log in, right, using a password, not a seed phrase. So it's very unfortunate. Even now I cannot, luckily I don't have cloth on that
Yeah.
Catholic, but still it's an NFT. I could have just sold it. And
Yeah.
speaking of selling, so when they banned your account, how many left in your account so far?
I had 2 cats left that are just, completely in limbo. I'd have to send them to another wallet to be able to extract them from the game. I can't sell them
Mm,
on, excuse me, Magic Eden or any of the other, NFT selling
NFT.
sites,
Yep.
because it's not an official marketplace. The cat will be in quarantine if somebody buys it. There's also the potential for a scam. So the only way
Yes,
you can
yes,
do it or sell anything properly is selling it in game, and they've completely blocked out my
yes,
access. Now it's funny that you
yes.
mentioned the whole Facebook ban because the whole Facebook login error because they had lied about that. They never acknowledged it, but I, as a mod, we had talked about this with Momina before she was removed. The
Mm.
walk-in team or whatever their Facebook, they had actually been banned by Facebook. For some sort of reason,
Oh,
they were banned by Facebook, and that's what prevented people from logging in with the Facebook. And that's why they resorted to the issue of okay,
okay.
just make another wallet and you can
Mm.
start playing that way. It was because they had got banned for doing something.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just share to you. I think I still have that email, that very long conversation. As you can see here, 20 times I started. When was this? October 29, when as you can see on the screen now, when I first logged the issue, and then what this they said, thank you. Which login method you create your account? And then I said, I cannot remember if Apple login or email. And then Alexandra said, can you please send us the wallet and user ID of the account? And then I said, I can, what did I said? uh Here, yeah, it's in short, it's a long conversation, guys. And initially they just said here, if you want a proof of this, I can email, I can forward to all of you. And as you can see, many of them had replied, and initially they confirmed there's a an issue with the Facebook login, but they never acknowledged that they got banned. I think that's the reason why I got logged off by
Yeah,
itself, because usually
there
you
was
don't log
many
off by
people like
yourself,
you in
even
your
if you,
position.
yeah, even if you reboot your computer or your phone, it should not log you off. And then suddenly someone just said, no, you cannot get in anymore if you don't have the seed phrase. So that's just a proof as well that I had reached out to them, and that's what they had to say. And then again in Twitter, I think it's still in there as well, that there's again another conversation. I'm me asking them why you need a seed phrase when you log into your account. And like what you said, now they're forcing everyone to create a new wallet. But obviously, what's the catch? We lose the Catholic. Luckily,
Hmm.
there's no clothing on that, but still, I had invested time and walk in to level up that pet, right, to become an NFT. So it's a really terrible experience. So I guess, what's your message to those? Number one, for those who are existing users. Number two, for those who will be seeing this video, or your take if they should still join Walken or not.
Well, I mean, it's. I don't want to tell somebody to get out of the game, right? I mean, I can tell you what happened to me. I can express what's
Mm,
happened to other people.
mm,
I don't think that they are forthcoming. I do believe, truthfully, that
mm,
when the
mm.
Solana crashed in the whole FTX issue, I think that they took a hit. I really do. I think that's why they weren't able to pay any of us for doing any of the
Oh, I
time that
see.
they had done.
Mm,
They also were promoting fraudulent information. I mean, they were tweeting out on they were running a promotion through Bybit, right?
mm,
If you go into the
mm.
Walken app, you can buy token directly through Bybit. Bybit's obviously
Yes.
very invested into Walken. They've done
Mm,
staking things and giveaways and different types of
mm,
stuff like that. They had a video with a guy named Andre that had done a video, and they had posted it on their official Discord, their Twitter, that was basically saying
mm.
that you should join in Walk-In. You can become a millionaire playing
Oh
Walk-In.
my God.
That Walk-In
Yeah.
token was worth 49 cents a piece at the time of the shooting, which is
Mm,
completely
mm,
false. It was worth less than 4 cents a piece at the time that that
mm,
video was shot.
mm,
They were trying to say that
mm,
you could make like $20 a day from playing the game, which is just with one cat, right? Which is just completely inaccurate.
mm,
They were just posting fraudulent information, and I think it's very sketchy. I think
mm,
that the dev team, I don't know if this goes as far up to Alexi as the CEO. I don't even know if he knows any of this stuff. But I can assure
mm,
you that
mm,
at least Mr. Q, the current community mod, Julia, who's very high up in the
mhm,
company, that
Mm,
they don't have any social skills, and I think that
mhm,
they just don't know how to handle um
mhm,
dissent in any sort of the sense. I mean, these are just
mhm,
kids. I mean, Julia's like 22 years old, and she's in a very
mhm,
influential position, and
mhm,
she's holding gunpoint negotiations with people, telling people that you have to do this, you have to do it in her time. If you don't do it quickly enough, you're going to be removed. All of this stuff.
mhm.
But I mean, even looking at this chart right here, you could tell that walk-in token was never 49 cents a piece.
Yes,
It
yes,
just doesn't
yes.
make any sense. And they posted on their
Yep.
official channel. So my only message would be to evaluate the risk, look at everything that they have done, and figure out if you want to be part of a game or part of a community where if you
Mm,
give any sort of negative feedback, you will be silenced immediately. If they have access
mm.
to your wallets, they can ban you
They will
immediately.
ban.
There's
Mm,
other people
mm,
the other day that were banned, at least 3 people I knew that were banned because one guy won a giveaway and didn't want to give up his wallet address, and they banned him
mm.
because Mr. Q banned him because he didn't want to give up his wallet address. And then 3 people asked
Yes,
about why did you ban this guy, and then they banned them because they
as
asked
well. Mm.
questions. It's just I think
Yes,
it's very fishy. I think it's sketchy, and I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. And I'm not the strongest
yep,
guy in the world. I can't throw them that far. So,
yes,
my assets are all locked away. I can't even sell
yep,
anything in the game. So did
yep.
they just steal that money from me? I mean, I don't know what to say other than
Mm.
they just it seems conny. That's what it does. It seems very conny.
Yeah, I know. And we have some few comments here from Broke Age Vlogs. Hello, ma'am and sir. It was really sad to hear all other projects have some kind of Ponzi schemes. From Manuel Pereira, not even with 20 Catholics, you can make $20 a day, LOL, but it's a great app. Was max was 15 cents after the launch day. So in short, it never reached the 49 cents. Is it 49 cents or 45
Yep.
cents that they're trying to say on their advertisement? So I guess just be very careful, guys, when you try to join, not only with Walken but with any other NFT app as well. They started well, we must say. They started good, but I don't know, just like any other app like Step and that later on the stage, it's so sad to see them making all these wrong decisions, wrong moves, and sad to say with Woken as well. So again, we are not recommending existing users to get off, but be very careful with, I don't know, it's like a dictatorship. Once you said something bad on the, I don't know, their Twitter or Discord page, you might get blocked and banned and your account as well. Second, just make sure you have your seed phrase because you cannot log in if you
Yeah.
don't have that seed phrase. And Manuel here is asking what had happened with Walk and App. I don't know. Have you seen that Walk and Runner? I just featured it in the in my channel recently. You know, the concept is good. The problem is, as you can see on the Twitter and Discord page, apparently there's a lot of cheaters in there that they cannot just to win on the leaderboard. Some of them are not sleeping, so that's really really bad. And I think there's still a lot of cheating mechanisms that the app was not able to address. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, so I mean, I had played Walk and Runner, and I thought it was funny because they had a lot of they had a lot of these ads, and in the
Mm.
basically Walk and Runner is essentially a watch ads to win type of game.
Oh,
Obviously, the game is making money off of you watching the ads, so that's how they're trying
ads.
to offset some of these token issues. But one of the funny things was they were showing ads for this casino game, and I must have seen
Yes.
it at least 100 times. And the casino
Yes.
game ad was basically making fun of games that you had to watch ads to win in. And I just thought it was
Yes. Yes.
funny because that's the whole point of Walk and Runner is just basically just watch ads to progress in the
Mm.
game. And I don't think it takes
Mm.
any skill at all. It seems like one of the easiest games in the world to play. And I think they're just trying to make money just selling ads and just wasting your time.
I think
And
so.
again, unless you are dedicated. And I mean, playing 15, 16 hours a day with absolutely no
Mm,
life and nothing better to do, you're not going to get this token. Especially
mm.
with what you said, Kickapee. There's people cheating constantly on that
Yep.
game. There's a lot of different things that are going on. So there's no way that the average everyday person like me or you is going to be able to do anything with that game. But they're just going to be making ad dollars off of you for
Yep.
what? For you to have 10 walk-in or something. It doesn't really make
Mm,
sense. I truly think that there is some sort of problems afoot going on with the dev team. I mean, the game is great.
mm,
I love walking the game. I think it's a
mm,
fantastic
mm,
game. But the problem is
mm,
you could have something that's completely fantastic, but if you have the wrong leadership behind it that are using
yep.
tyrannical, abilities or have tyrannical thought processes,
Mm,
and you just dissent or don't agree with everything that they're saying, and they just take it out on you and ban you and remove you from the game. I mean, how good can the game be at that point?
mm, mm. Yeah, I agree with you. So, at the moment, what's your plan in terms of uh, walk in? Because obviously your account now is banned. In terms of your YouTube, you will not be endorsing it, obviously, and in your Discord server.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not go on walking anymore. If I wanted to, if I wanted to get behind another project, and there's a couple of projects I'm working with right now. But if I wanted to get behind one project that I could say I am completely 100% down for the ride for, I would say it's Genopets. I think their
Mm,
development team is incredible. I think their Discord
yeah.
moderators are fantastic and phenomenal. Anytime I've
Mm,
ever had a problem, they've been willing to help me. I've reported a problem with staking, and automatically the dev team is getting on it, trying to fix the problem with staking. Um,
mm,
there was I love Genopets. I think that's
yep.
where I am focused on right now. I took almost all of my earnings from Walken when I had sold off my stuff and put it into Genopets. So that's where
Yep.
I am focused a lot right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Even me, I'm still heavily supporting Geno Pets, and hopefully they will really make good decisions, unlike what had happened to other app like this. It's very very unfortunate that again this is out of our control, guys. So the only thing we can do as an influencer is to share to you personally what had happened to us, so that hopefully it will not going to happen to you. So now we're leaving the decisions to you, future users or existing users of this app, to do whatever is best for you. If you're still liking the game, then possibly go for it. But again, we already expressed what had happened to us, so hopefully it will not happen to any of you. More comments here from Manuel Pereira. Yeah, and those ads are fake. They should be banned from Play Store. They said that they will remove the cheaters on the end of the season. I guess it will be too late if they will remove it at the end of the season, because how for those who are playing it, properly, they will lose enthusiasm to climb the ladder, because they know it's already impossible seeing all the scores their competitors are. And Manuel said they cannot remove them now. From broke age, Genopets is best game and has organic growth. I agree.
I agree 100%.
And Manuel is asking what had happened exactly with Walken. We don't know, because, as Andrew said, I think maybe new staff had making all these wrong decisions, just like what had happened to Stephen as well. They hired new people with, I don't know what's their goal. And as we know, the devs team, usually they're just after making money. But I think for me, one of the worst expose here, one of the worst revelation that you just mentioned is creating those ads which has false or misleading information. That's not
Hmm.
good, man. Just to hook someone in, that's not good. I think you need to be fair, and you can create many marketing advertisement without fooling people around and giving false information like 49 cents or making this much in a day, because it's not really happening. It's not really happening. So um what's your
I mean,
final words for those who are still looking at this game, or for people, especially for those who will be seeing this video and wanting to consider walk in?
yeah, I mean, listen, a couple of people have said that they like the Walken app. And again, I will
Mm,
say the game is great. The game is great. I love the game. Well, I did. I loved, because I can't play the game anymore, but I loved the game. It's
mm,
just the problem is with the leadership. The problem is
yeah.
with the people that are in control and that are calling the shots. They
Mm,
are very tyrannical. And
mm,
I don't I would personally, if you are a new person to walk in, you haven't already invested, you haven't played, I wouldn't play, especially if they're promoting fake stuff that anybody could look up. As Manuel
mm,
had said, the token had never been over 15 cents. So why are you saying it's
mm,
49 cents? It doesn't make any sense unless you're
mm,
trying to trick somebody. Why are you telling somebody that they can become a millionaire playing that game? It doesn't make any sense. If I could play a move to earn game, or if anyone in the
mm,
world could play a move to earn game, become a millionaire, then why is there
mm,
poor people in the world? Why are there
mm,
homeless people out there? Why isn't every single
mm,
person in the world loaded? Because it's not true. It can never sustain that. And that's
mm,
where, it leads me to believe that they were trying to pull a fast one on people, or they were trying to take people's money. And I think that's
mm,
incredibly wrong. And I always try to look out for the average everyday person. I mean, I don't try to put myself first. I try to put other people first when I try to come out with this information. Even my whole Discord has been dedicated to me trying to help other people troubleshoot problems. One of the things that I
mm,
had brought up to the team was that I thought, as a mod, that we should be able to troubleshoot problems, sit there, work
mm,
through problems with people. They just wanted us to post links to the white paper or a post of
mm,
something and say, okay, go do this, and that was it. I would try to sit there and say, did you try to re-download? Did you try to use a VPN? Did you try this? Did you try that? I would try to work
mm,
problems out. They wanted to take the easy way out. So I don't know if
mm,
it's laziness. I have no
mm,
idea what it is with them, but I do not think that they have good intentions or the right motives
mm,
behind them. I think greed is taking
mm.
over. And again, I think after the Solana crash, I think they took a big hit, and they're trying
Yep.
to get as much money as possible to repair the broken problems.
Yep. Bruce Lee is asking here, who is this Andrew that got banned? It's him, Bionic Man. He's using he just put Bionic Man on the screen, but he is the one that got banned. And for those who had missed the first part of this video, after we finish the live session, please view the first part of the YouTube, because for Manuel as well, I think he missed the first part when we talk about how Walken had said that the price of the token is 49 cents. Please review the start of the video, because it will be posted straight away once we end the broadcast. So yeah, Bruce Lee, K95 is the same. Yes, he is the
Yep.
same.
That's my
Yeah, here,
Discord
Bionic
name.
Man. Yep.
Yeah, it's Andrew
Yes, yes, that's his.
K95 hashtag 4420. And I had been a mod
Yeah.
for a little while.
Mm,
Albert had been a mod on there for a while. Mom and I was the community manager. We were all removed for just trying
mm,
to look out for the community and asking questions about why they were posting fraudulent stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So definitely check out the first part of this live stream so you can kind of get filled
yeah.
in on everything that had happened.
And also, I just remember now, I think one of the things that I keep saying in the past that I think it was never addressed is, for example, my Catholic is not cloth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Catholics with clothing or accessories, even if they have zero steps, they just keep winning because they have hats or clothes or whatever. And I said, I think this is unfair. For It's like forcing people to buy something to clothe their cathletes in order for win. It's now pay to win stuff, because I understand their stats are high because again they bought those accessories. But I think it's not fair that if you have zero, zero steps, you just keep winning because you have this accessory. So in short, you don't need to walk or you don't need to move, which I think defeats the purpose of the game to help people move, to get fit. I'm not saying you do 10,000 steps every day, but at least, they should have a parameter to make sure that even those cathletes with accessories should be able to do some steps and not just keep
Yeah.
winning even with zero step. As I know you've seen my post there as well in the past. I think I've mentioned it in their Discord server for many times, and I think until now it's not yet addressed. So I guess it's just one of those that Walken, if they will ever see or watch this video, to fix. And of course the cheating, because it's ruining obviously the game. So
Yeah.
what can you say about that?
So, in regards to, excuse me, steps and cheating, steps have been reduced in value, right? So there's three different traits in the game, four if you include steps. You have speed, stamina, and strength.
Mm,
Before, it was an even split 25% weight carrying for each of the items or each of those perks, right? They have lowered step count to only carry about 10% weight. Now,
mm,
one thing that
mm,
you guys should know, I'm going to tell you this because I know this from experience for being a mod. You want to
mm,
stay under 50,000 steps a day. If you go over 50,000 steps a day in game or on the app, whether you're running a marathon and you have the GPS data to prove it, it will and can flag you as cheating and will ban you. So stay underneath that 50,000 step threshold and you should be fine going forward. But there was a plethora of people in the German community and multiple different communities that were completely banned, that they had the GPS data. They could show that they actually earned these steps and they just refused to reinstate their account. And at that point in
mm,
time, they had lost everything. If you had
mm,
all of your clothes on your cat and your cat
mm,
was removed or your account was
mm,
banned from the game, you cannot go and take those clothing items off and individually sell all of these things. It makes it impossible to do that. Your account's just locked. So
mm,
it seems to me that when they do this, they're just taking stuff from people. They're just like, okay, thanks for investing, 20 soul into all these cats and clothes that you bought, but F off. That's what it seems like to me
yes.
that they're doing.
Yep, yep, I know. From Broke Age, he's asking here. I have one question right now. I'm at level 4. What should I do? Keep playing or any tips for us? So, what's your
Yeah, I
tip?
mean, if you're level 4, it just depends upon what you want, how much you want to invest into the game, right? So once you get to level 6, you can turn your cat into an NFT. At any
Mm.
time, actually, between level 6 and 10, you can turn that cat into an NFT, but it's going to cost you 200 walk-in to do that. So keep that in
Oh, that.
mind. I think the best level for playing with your cat is around level 8. Level 8 seems to
Mm,
have pretty good returns.
mm,
And you're also you're not getting like all of those crazy cats, like the legendary cats that are fully clothed with
mm,
ridiculous stats and everything at level
mm,
8.
mm,
I think that's a pretty
mm,
safe number to go for. And if you don't have enough walk-in to afford to get to level 8, no problem.
mm,
Level 6 will work just as
mm,
fine as
I see. Now, what's your take on this fusion that they just introduced? Have you got a chance to try it before your account has been banned, or you hadn't had any chance at all?
Yeah, so I was banned on the Discord about 2 weeks prior to the Fusion event, and then my game account was banned as well as my Twitter account was blocked 2 days
Mm,
before the Fusion event started. So I thought that was
okay.
funny. I had stuff that I could use if I was able to play the game to fuse and grow my cats. And then, of course, I'm banned from the game for
Mm,
suspicious activity or multi accounting, which is just complete BS. I've never cheated or used another
mm,
account or done any of that stuff. I've only utilized the in-game mechanics. If I
yep.
send a
Yep.
friend a piece of clothing items, it goes into quarantine for 24 hours. That's an in-game mechanic. If you send a cat to somebody else, it goes into quarantine for 14 days. That's an in-game mechanic. But for some reason, they tried to, and this is my assumption. I can't prove any of this because I don't know what they're thinking. But my only thought is that maybe because I sent somebody a clothing item, they thought I was multi-accounting. I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I
Yep.
was
Yep.
banned before the fusion. I couldn't take part in it, which is too sad. But what I had heard
Mm-mm.
is that the fusion event was supposed to last like 7 days, and it was done in a day. They'd sold out all the fusion
Mm.
spots in one day. So I don't know what they were really trying to do there. The only thing that I feel
Mm.
like they successfully have done from reading some comments and other groups that I'm in
Mm.
is that they have tanked the floor price for uncommon cats. And I don't know why they would do that. I mean, uncommon cats prior to my ban were selling at 8 to 9 sold depending upon the level, and now they're at like 2 or 3. It does it, and this is again, I can't verify this. I can't get into the
Oh,
game,
so
but this.
so so they lowered it, is it? The price
Well,
becomes
it's
lower.
because there is a flooding of
So
uncommon
many, yeah.
cats in the marketplace, so it
Yes.
just tanked
Yes.
floor price. There's always people trying to undercut other people. It's not as
Ah, I
bad
see.
as Steppen as you can update it every, second if you wanted to. You have to wait 24 hours, but there's people that are trying to get their money. And, if
Mm.
an uncommon cat was selling for 9 and they thought they could sell it for 7 really quick, it would lower the price
Yep.
then, and then someone else would undercut that. And that's what kind of
Mm.
happens to the uncommon market.
Okay. So too bad then for those who had original expensive uncommon, because now the price had gone down. And yes, we're leading now towards the end of the live, guys. And what other projects you're currently doing now? I guess on our next video live, we will be featuring your new mech.com project. When is the free minting? So we
So,
can also, yep.
oh yeah, sorry. So mech.com, they're doing a free mint. You have to join into their Discord. You had to invite
Mm-mm.
it. You have to invite 3 different people to join the
Yep.
Discord. I believe that they're still having the invite event going on to get bot listed. The
Mm.
event or mint is going to be on the 6th, and I believe it's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, US based, obviously, with the PST. That's going to be 3 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I think the event's still ongoing. So we will talk more about this project, guys. But since you still have time to get your free mint if you still keen, that's why we're just giving you a teaser on how to join. I'll be posting the invite link of the Discord server. I think you only need to invite 3 friends for you to within
Mm-hmm.
the 12-hour time frame, and it resets every single day. So you have a chance every single day. I assume just before the minting date of December 6th. So you still have 2 days, guys, just in case you want to study and research about this project. So again, I'll be posting the link of the Discord server on the description box of this video after we finish the live. Thank you so much, Bionicman, for again gracing the channel. And yes, please, guys, support him on his YouTube channel as well. You can search at Bionicman95 if you want to subscribe, and you can see his other videos. You're focusing more on Genopet's video at the moment, is it?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of Genopet stuff. I also got an ambassador with Wheelcoin, another move to earn. That's a great move to earn. You can earn from riding a bike, from taking a train, taking a bus, any type of way to offset carbon. A great thing to get behind. Fitment was another great game to get behind as well. So I'm just trying to focus on some of these other games that I think have better footing, better goals, and I'm putting my time and effort into those.
Yep. Okay. Thank you again, guys. And yes, please, if you hadn't subscribed to my channel yet, please support me as well. I'm doing a lot of videos about Step N, Genopets, and the upcoming Step app, and all the other NFT projects as well that I'm testing before I'm sharing them to you. So thank you again, guys. Until next time, see you, Bionic Man.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
guys.